What's going on, everybody? So I think yesterday, maybe the day before, I told I had this story about the time I found a German bunker when I was a kid living in Germany. I think I moved to Germany for the second time probably in 1978. Could have been 77, but we were there till 83. My dad was in the service. So we lived just outside of Nuremberg, Germany. Little town called Fürth, Germany, Furth. But the high school we went to was Nuremberg American High School, so because we were so close to Nuremberg. Well, just being young kids, 13, 14, 15, probably around 14 though. I'm actually sitting at the in the parking lot, fixing to go into the gym. It's Team Sam here in Fenton, Missouri. Check them out. But just being kids, get back to my story. Just being kids, living just off of barracks, across the street from the high school. Not a lot of woods, but there was this one wooded area. It was about 2 miles away, maybe 3. It's been so long. But we would ride our bikes to the woods and stay on these trails, just like they have the parks here in the States. You stay on the trail and you have enjoy your time. But being kids, we'd get off the trail and try to explore the woods, talk about what it was like living in, where we came from. I think one guy was from Philadelphia. He always talked about hockey. Being from South Carolina at the time, I never even heard of hockey. So we're walking around the woods, kind of at the base of this small hill, and we see what we think is a cave about midway up this hill. So we go up and explore this cave, what we think is a cave. We get up to it. It's a tunnel. And we realized, we knew that Germany was in World War II, of course. So we said, hey, looks like a bunker. This is, a little concrete pad set up there at the front of it. Looked like they had a gun mounted there at one point. And we went in it, and we can only get back about 6-7 feet before it was collapsed. This is probably, 40 years after World War II. And we're like, well, let's walk around a hill. Maybe we'll find another one we can get in. We walked about a quarter way around it, and there was another one. But this one was pretty smashed in. There was no way to get into the tunnel. So we keep walking around it, and we get to the back side of this hill away from the trail, and we see this big steel door. I don't know, just like, in the movies you see, maybe some of these bunkers in the side of hills, big opening, big steel door, and that's exactly how it was. Pretty big door, and the whole thing was concrete around the outside. Trees growing up in front of this thing by then. Certainly no one's been there in a while. And just being kids, it was me, Robert Wheeler, 2 brothers, one Robert Clausen, one Tommy Clausen, and my friend Joe Kirk. So we tried getting in this thing, prying this door open. Of course, it was welded shut. We couldn't. So we decided, well, we'll come back some other time with some hammers and stuff. So a couple days later, I guess, we'd go back, had a hammer, tried to pry it open and stuff like that. Didn't have much luck. So, we kind of gave up on it, and, we'd talk about it and stuff like that. We would tell our friends, I think this was summer break, that we found this German bunker, And so every weekend, maybe every couple of days, we'd go back and One day we got pretty bold, and we would ride our bikes up there. And I don't know who found a pick, but somebody had a pick. I don't know, one of our dads must have had it, but we ended up grabbing a pick. And we're in the middle of the woods, not too far off the trail, I guess, maybe, quarter mile, 100 yards, something like that. And we are just wailing on this steel door with this pick, trying to get in it. And finally we got in it. So we got it open just enough to we can crawl in it. We're just kids, 13, 14 years old. And now it's like, well, now we need torches. So we didn't get to explore the cave, didn't get to explore the bunker for too long. We were tired. We got it open. That was our goal. So we're like, well, next time we'll come back and we'll make some torches. We didn't care about flashlights. We just want to make torches. So we came back a few days later. I don't know, it could have been a week or so. And wrapped up probably some t-shirt around some sticks, maybe broom handles. And walked around in there with torches. And we thought we'd be pretty cool being kids. And man, we saw there was a table in there, like a desk, old wooden desk. There was a Jeep in there, an old German Jeep. I guess it was a military Jeep. There was a picture on the wall, but it was pretty moldy. The wall was it wasn't concrete, it was like a cobblestone. And it's pretty cool, and it went way back. The story can go for a long time, but it went way back in there. And I sat down, or I didn't sit down, but I stood there at the desk, opened it up. There's some German papers in there. I remember there being some silverware in there. I found an old German lantern, the kind you would, you'd hang up and light it. So this is, back in the 1942. And that's kind of all that we found. Everything was pretty moldy. The desk had mold on it. There was, the floor was pretty much back to dirt. And it was pretty cool. And it did go back quite a way. And when we got to this point, it was like a shaft. I guess, once you get into the bunker, it went down and, it tunneled even further. But what we found out was, and it was kind of freaky because if we didn't have these torches, well, we went in there with torches one week. We come back, we got a little bit better. We had flashlights and stuff. So I'm kind of splitting the story up from, week to week about what we found. But as we got further back, we got to this part to where it just went straight down. And thankfully, and this is, we count our blessings that we had flashlights that we could see enough, because this shaft hole was full of water. And it was just so clear, you couldn't tell it was as deep as it was. But one of us stopped the other one and said, hey, I think it's pretty deep. Don't walk over there. Because we thought we could just kind of walk across it. And then we would take some rocks that we found in there, and we realized, wow, this shaft hole is pretty deep. It must tunnel down and go further into the mountain. But yeah, that was kind of it. It was. We went back to that place, for months, and just exploring and playing in it, and told our friends at school, and whoever would listen. We found this place, and we did get one adult to go back. It was the boyfriend, my buddies Robert and Tommy Clausen. It was their mother's boyfriend. And this guy is another story that I'll tell you about one day. He was a young GI, didn't have much rank, and he's a whole another story, and I'll share that with you one day. But this German bunker was pretty cool. I think I'm the only one I've ever met that actually found an old German bunker. I haven't met too many people that grew up in Germany Um, obviously from the States. My dad was a lifer. He spent nearly 30 years in the military, and me and my brother and my mom just followed him wherever we went. So, I started kindergarten in Germany, moved back to the States, went to school in Lancaster for a while, and went back to Germany, lived there for a while, started high school, and then eventually moved to Missouri, where I ended up graduating, and here I am now. But that's my story. Found this old German bunker. It was really cool. A lot of artifacts. And that's it. See ya.